the game better than anybody.
You gotta defend over here!
You got to learn to build relationships.
I'm new to all this.
Yeah, can tell.
Hey, we got next. Don't make me say it. Make you say what? That's a boo-boo word.
We got next!
Welcome back. That was a peek at Ernie Hudson's new film, Champions, and the original Ghostbusters star is here live to let us know if he'll be powering up his proton pack for the new sequel. Ernie, welcome to DBS.
Yes. Well, thank you. It's so great to be with you guys.
It's good to see you're a friend of the show. You get a 3-time jacket that you've been on 3 times. That should be a thing. Ernie, before we get to Ghostbusters, the cast of your new movie Champions includes Woody Harrelson, Cheech, Marin, but what was the best part about working with the film's other stars, these young actors with disabilities that look hilariously good?
Yeah, that was the exciting thing for me because I did a movie about 25 years ago called The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Yeah, it scared us all. Yeah.
But they're kids who are really, really very, very talented. And I really credit Woody Harrelson for just, when we weren't shooting, he'd play ball with them. He'd sort of just, he got them to the point where they were really confident and their performances are really, really amazing. And I think they'll have a great career in this business. Really, really.
That's great.
Yeah, just, opposed to being disabled, you really see just they are able to do so much more than you expect.
Amen.
Absolutely. I played myself in Jim Jeffries' Legit, and he famously had a lot of the cast was special needs kids. So I know how that is on set. They kind of keep things light on set. So I definitely get you, brother. Let's talk about you for a second. As a young actor, you obviously, like we all did, admired Sidney Poitier. What do you remember most about meeting him for the first time? I would have been so nervous.
Yeah, I was so. I looked up to Sidney Poitier. He sort of set the example of what was possible. He was so elegant and he was just a very, very special man. But for me, he was a person who showed me that it's possible. And because you sit there as a kid and you think, well, if this guy can, then maybe I can do it. I think you have to believe that it's possible because when you're sitting there and you don't believe you have a chance, then what's the point of trying? But Sidney sort of opened that door. We finally met. It was kind of an odd situation, but I don't think he liked me very much, at least I felt, which was kind of disappointing because I was so, I think I was such a fan, I just kind of screwed that moment up. Oh. But later on, we became friends, and I just had a chance to tell him just how much I really appreciated him and his incredible career.
That's so cool.
Love that. Well, Ghostbusters, which is insane, turned 40 this year. However, there was something strange at the 30th anniversary screening because you weren't in any of the posters. Did this surprise you?
Well, it did. I mean, in the very beginning, I wasn't in any of the posters from the original movie, but I kind of excused that. But 30 years later, I thought now that, the movie's been out there, the fans have sort of made it clear that how they see the movie. So when they came out with not just the posters, but there are a lot of little ways that I felt the studio kind of excluded the character deliberately. So after 30 years, I was a little surprised. And now we're negotiating for the new movie, and that was one of the things that came up. I'm like, you know what? I love the movie. I love being a part of it. But if I'm going to be a part of it, it's got to make sense, and it's got to be inclusive.
Good.
So, Ernie, you just mentioned how Ghostbusters is set to start filming this month. So this is the big question. Have you officially signed on to rejoin the cast yet?
Well, I'm told everything is in place. Now, in all fairness to them, part of the problem is I shoot a television show for NBC called Quantum Leap. And we're in our second season, and where we would have taken the hiatus, where it would have given me time to do Ghostbusters, we actually decided to continue shooting. So we're shooting now and trying to work the schedule out is what the problem is. But I haven't actually signed. I'm assuming it's all going to work out. I very much want to be a part of it, and so I think it's all set.
This is what we call leverage in a negotiation.
Yeah.
Yes, Ernie, get your bread, brah.
Yep.
I'd be like, is there enough zeros on that?
Why don't you add a few more?
Is there anything we could do or fans can do to support you in joining this cast?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that again?
Yeah, sure. Is there anything we could do as fans to help you sign those papers, put pen to paper?
Yeah, well, I think fans letting the studio know that Winston is an important part of the film and the cast. I think the filmmakers always knew that. Ivan Reitman, in all fairness, Bill Murray from the day one, he said, "Ernie, I always have you back," and he actually refused to do any of the other movies unless I was in. So the cast and everybody's been great. It's just I think the studio just wanted to promote certain things and not other things. But
Everybody pick up your phones, call the studio.
Mr. Studio.
now. Mr.
Thank you for
Studio.
demonstrating how to pick the phone up. Phone in the ear.
And you repeated Tori's horrible joke.
I said it first.
I said Mr. Studio.
Oh, I said it too without knowing you said it first.
You subliminally telling bad jokes.
Ernie, thank you so much for joining us. DBL Nation, you can hit the box office this Friday and check out Ernie's new movie, Champions. So good to see you.
Congrats on your success, man.
We'll be right back.
guys, take care.
Big Ern's the man.